Have you ever been told to just man up? Toxic masculinity refers to the traditional cultural masculine norms that can be harmful to men, women, and society overall. The pressure to conform to certain toxic masculine ideals can be immense and often result in social penalties if men deviate from them. This has to stop. Right off the bat, I want to make something absolutely clear. Toxic masculinity is not a condemnation of manhood, but rather emphasizes the destructive effects of certain masculine ideals. It only refers to harmful actions, and none of these behaviors is inherent to the biological traits of men. There is nothing toxic about being a male. Certainly, over the years, the term toxic masculinity has been muddled and defined in many different ways. It is a very polarizing phenomenon and extremely controversial. This term has been weaponized by radical feminists meant to degrade men and any of their traits. But that is not why I am here today. I stand here before you to shed light on the damaging effects on men's health. First and foremost, traditional societal expectations and gender roles discourage men from seeking help. They expect men to not exhibit any emotions because that is a sign of vulnerability. Suppression in emotions has negative repercussions. Suicide is the single biggest killer of men under 50. According to the Mental Health Foundation, in 2019, a devastating number of 6,000 people have committed suicide in the UK, and nearly 75% of them were men. The suicide rate is a tragedy. We need to eliminate the stigma around mental illness and be reminded that asking for help or seeking therapy is beneficial and crucial in improving our quality in life. Another point against toxic masculinity is that men are supposed to never cross the so-called feminine boundaries. However, everyone should be true to themselves without having to submit to meaningless and oppressive societal standards that shouldn't be there in the first place. For example, Harry Styles often defies typical societal standards one dress at a time. He is not afraid to embrace what's supposedly feminine and instead embraces his authentic self, regardless of what society thinks. He doesn't allow himself to be restricted by gender norms, blurring the fine line between masculine and feminine. It does not in any way make him less of a man. What about toxic femininity, I hear you ask? Indeed, this is a problematic situation as well. Toxic femininity is also harmful towards everyone and has negative consequences. However, all of these situations have unique circumstances. We shouldn't falsely equate these things and realize that this isn't a two sides of the same coin problem. It is not black and white. Toxic masculinity is an epidemic, but it's not too late to make a difference now. Stop internalizing the damaging stereotype that to be a real man, you have to be strong and invulnerable, which might be completely at odds with your authentic selves. We are all human beings with equal capacity and need for loving and caring. We have to find the antidote to end toxic masculinity and to allow men to simply be. Thank you.